I want to ask the audience to participate today, and we ask them to participate every day, but I really want their input today. You know, I used to run a business. I wasn't a successful business. I'll be the first to admit it. All right. We weren't making money hand over fist. In fact, we were failures, right? And I believe in life, you learn more from failing than you do from actually succeeding.
You got to fail before you succeed.
Absolutely.
That's why it always is.
And that's probably why I love baseball so much, because it's a game of failure, right? 3 out of 10, and you're one of the greats of all time.
Life is a game of failure. How
but
about
that's my point, is where I'm going at with this. But, you know, I used to run a little small sandwich shop, and my dad loved tuna. And he would say, you got to have tuna on the menu.
I had a tuna sandwich yesterday. Delicious. Some avocado on there, some onions. Oh, sourdough bread. Oh, delicious.
Now, I don't know if you know what oxidizing means, but if you've ever peeled a banana and you notice that it goes from kind of like a white yellow to a brown, that's oxidation.
Same with avocado when it starts browning. Correct.
Absolutely.
Guacamole.
Ground beef does it. Meat
Oxidation
does it.
sensation.
There you go.
Lots of different kinds of things do it, right? And so my dad would say, hey, you got to have tuna on the menu. I threw it on the menu. And no one would order tuna but one old guy, okay? And I would have it on the menu for that one old guy, but what I would end up doing is throwing away tons and tons of tuna every week, because I would have to whip up a big can and have it prepared and have it ready, and then it would oxidize and it would start to age, and I didn't think it was, servable or whatever, and so I would have to throw it away.
Yeah.
You know what people wanted? They wanted turkey and roast beef. That's what they wanted. They wanted the staples, the turkey and the roast
salami
beef.
in there.
Of course they wanted
The
salami.
gabagool. Come on.
Of course. Do you know why In-N-Out is successful?
Because they're simple.
Exactly.
And they're price effective and cost effective.
They know what they are, right? They're serving burgers, French fries, milkshakes.
Duh.
That's America right there. That's what we want. We want our burgers, we want our fries, we want our milkshakes. Neapolitan, by the way, always the go-to.
Okay? There's a reason they don't have tuna on the menu. It's not going to sell real well for them. It's not
I'd
profitable.
eat it if it was a tuna melt. Thank you, Yonder.
I view this job very similarly, okay? We don't have a business without the audience. And where I'm going with this is, over the last couple of days, I've heard from my friends, I've heard from people on the internet, I've read the comments on YouTube, and I've heard from everybody. Oh, the Draymond thing. Oh, the Jordan Poole thing. 95-7, the game won't stop talking about it. I talk, and we talk as a station, about what you guys want to talk about. And I think this is very important. And I want to ask the audience, what should the coverage be? Not just on the Warriors, but on our teams. Hey, they won 4 championships. You guys critique the crap out of them. That's a fair point. We do. And you know why? Because you, the audience, loves these guys. Mm-hmm. And you, the audience, wants to win more championships. Do you know what was very popular in the early 90s, which sold lots and lots of newspapers?
What?
Montana and Young. The drama wrapped around Montana and Young. Bill Walsh stepped away. Can Seaford win the big one? Yeah. He's got Joe Montana on the bench.
Well, even during that, Bill Walsh said we have a quarterback controversy. He said it to the media. We ate it up.
Absolutely.
Well, I wasn't alive then, but I'm sure you guys did.
You know, the Niners drafted this guy by the name of Dexter Carter, okay? Now, old Niner fans would know what I'm talking about.
Mick who?
Yeah, Dexter Carter from Florida State. Okay?
Dexter's Lab?
Yeah. They drafted a guy. I'm sure someone was like, we need to write an article about Dexter Carter. And you know what most people said? Dexter who? Yeah. Throw that out the window. Yeah. Joey, you've been here. Solomon Thomas, drafted number 3 overall.
Yeah. Played at Stanford, too.
I'd love to come in and talk about, tennis and golf and,
sure,
and more baseball stuff.
The Open.
But you know what you, the audience, wants to talk about? Not Solomon Thomas, not Dexter Carter. You want to talk about Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan and Draymond Green and Jordan Poole.
We can't help ourselves. We can't help. Why do you think you're looking on ESPN and all the different sites? It's Aaron Rodgers. Oh, the Jets reporting Aaron Rodgers. Or what else? When it was Kevin Durant. What's going on? Because we can't help ourselves. We need to constantly be looking at what the best of the best are doing. And the Warriors, during this last decade, have been the best of the best. Mm-hmm. Like, all due respect to the Giants run, 10 years, it was great, 3 titles. Oh, the Niners, they've been to a couple Super Bowls here and there. It's the Warriors, man.
Because people love these guys.
Because they love them. Because Steph, Dre, Clay, born and bred with this organization. It's different. Yep. And it was different with the Giants back then because they had the Lincecums, right? They had the Canes. And that's why maybe this Giants team right now in these last couple of seasons haven't been hitting as hard. It's because those homegrown guys, like, Buster Posey that one year, He's gone.
Yeah. Even Buster Posey's a great example. Buster's one of the all-time great athletes in Bay Area history. But when we bring him up, the lines don't light up.
No, and he falls short.
People
I'm
don't
sorry.
text.
When he compare him to Steph, to
Clay is more beloved than Buster, and I'm not trying to. I love Buster. I think Buster in his sport was better than what Clay was, and that's not a knock on Clay.
No.
But people love Clay. If Clay jumps into the ocean, where was he? Where was he even? I don't even know where he was.
Greece.
Okay,
yeah.
He's in Greece. He jumps in. It gets millions of impressions. If Buster Posey does a live Zoom about trying to acquire Ohtani, it does nothing.
I'm trying to think of a comp. Yeah, Buster Posey out farming in Georgia or something, like picking some peaches. It's not doing numbers.
And so where I'm going at with all of this kind of buildup is that we talk about what you guys want to talk about. I could come in here and I could give you the Open is going on right now. This is the golf major. I will love to give you all my Rory McIlroy thoughts and give you my Dustin Johnson
Your
thoughts.
Max Homa thoughts?
I get fired tomorrow. You know why? Because you, the audience, don't care about that.
No.
And so I have a very simple question.
Well, you know what we do care about, real quick on that? It'd be, what's the drama? What is Tiger playing? Oh, what's the drama happening to Tiger? Oh, Tiger off the field. It's not even that about the golf. That's what we want. Go ahead.
No, it's a great point. And so, last night the Steph Curry doc comes out, right? And it's interesting. Now all the athletes are taking kind of the power of their own control, if you will, and they're creating their own legacies through their social media and through the documents. What do they call them? Documentary. What are they? Come on, the word
documentary.
Documentary. Thank you. The documentaries.
6:17. It's early.
Sorry, the documentaries that they're creating. Last night, if you want, I'm not calling it propaganda, but if you want deep insights and videos and stuff into Steph Curry's career, boom, you got it last night. Yeah. An hour and a half, and I know a lot of people don't have Apple Plus, and people will go see it. A lot of people are going to flock to that, and it's going to be incredibly insightful for all of us, and it's going to be awesome. It's also going to be through the prism of the editorial decisions of Steph Curry and what he wants, all right? What I try to do every single day here on the air is feed the audience what they're looking for. I'm trying to replicate conversations that I have with my friends and my family, real life sports conversations that we have. And sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. The other day, you and I were rat-a-tat-tatting our 5, top storylines that aren't quarterbacks. And it got a little bit of buzz. The second we pivoted to Draymond Green and Jordan Poole, the lines lit up. The audience on YouTube grew. So I am doing you a disservice if I'm not talking about the things that interest you. So I have a very simple question. I want to hear from people, especially because without you guys, we don't have a show. We don't have a station. We try to do our best to convey what are people talking about? What are they feeling? Yeah. What are you looking for in coverage on these teams? Not just the Warriors. I'm saying the teams in general. Okay.
Your favorite team. Hell, it doesn't have to. What kind of coverage are you looking for as a sports fan? 888-957-9570. Good morning to my family. Good morning to Tyler Miller, May Money, SF Bay drummer, San Jose Jazz fan. I saw Tony Bennett at Monterey Jazz Festival in 2012. Sounded great. Saw the 60-minute piece on his concert with Lady Gaga. It was poignant and sad and beautiful. So thank you for chiming that in again. Yeah, Tony Bennett passing away at the age of 96. But to your point, I feel like it's grown for me as my fandom anyways, and how I view sports and how I consume it. Because going back, I don't know, when I really started digesting, and you can weigh in on here too, Shasky, because for me, I grew up with like ESPN and stuff, like all that stuff. It was
I would wait
24/7 for me.
Joe, I would wait hours for them to bring up one little 49er topic.
Yes.
And I'd be like, oh my God, Sean Salisbury just did the 6 pick or whatever they used to call that Coors Light 6 pack. Oh, Niner stuff. And
him and John Clayton.
I'd be dying for the one little nugget on my team. Hours.
Absolutely. I'd be watching NFL Live. Oh, when is Trey Wingo going to be talking about this with Mark Schlereth? Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
What's going on here? So yes, I grew up and I was like, I just want them talking about my team first and foremost. I just want to hear that. That's fine. Now I would like them to be talking positively about my team. If they're not talking positively about my team, I don't want to hear about it. I just want good stuff, happy, all that sort of stuff. As I've gotten older and more mature, and I'm not calling those of you who just want that kind of media immature, I'm not saying that. I would just like the facts presented to me. What's going on? And then you can give your opinion, and maybe I will disagree. I will hear about it. And that's how I digest sports. I would like the facts to be presented to me. And then, yes, you could have your take on it, if you will. I may disagree, but I'm not here for the spin cycle that is everything is fine. Everything is hunky dory. You know what? Even if they lose, it's fine. No, I'm not here for that.
But isn't that what, like, the teams now all have their own YouTube pages and websites, and they have their own writers that they're employing. So if you want team propaganda, that content is out there.
Yes.
But that's not what we're going to do here. Because that's not how me and my boys and me and my family and me and my friends and people that, like, I'm on the softball diamond the other day, okay? I'm playing first base, right? And this guy comes over and he's like, dude, this Jordan Poole, Draymond Green thing, what really happened?
Yeah.
That everywhere I go, people want to know, why was Wiggins gone and what happened with Jordan Poole and Draymond Green? That's all people want to talk about.
I saw my brother this past weekend. It was my niece's birthday, and we went to go just hang out at the park and stuff like that. It was very chill, low key. I was like, and he's a big Warriors fan, my brother Sam, and I was like, hey, what do you think about this Chris Paul trade? Oh, they're done. That was it. Yeah, they're not winning a title if he's on the team. Yeah, I was like, I'm convinced.
But that's how real sports fans talk.
That's how they talk. Yeah, I was like, how my brother. I was like, really? Wow. Like, and this guy's a diehard, talks trash to me all the time about the Lakers, all that sort of stuff. But even him was like, no, they're done. I was like, wow, okay. So we're just telling you what our friends, what our family members are saying in regards to this team.
And you, the audience.
That's
the other thing.
That's
you, the
thing.
audience.
That's what's driving numbers up to us, to this station. Yes, you, the audience. It's always going to be about you. And we want to talk with you again, not at you. We talk with you at 888-957-9570.
And let's go back to, other life analogies, right? Like, think about it. What gets headlines across the board? When you're sitting around the dinner table, are people talking about Asha Safai, the local district guy, or are they talking about the president and presidential candidates?
It's always, big politics.
It's the big guys.
Yes.
It's the big guns.
Yes.
Do we sit here and talk about Omri Caspi or Chioza?
No, it's funny you say that.
Or Quinn Cook?
No, the people that talk about that are the people that are going to go see Oppenheimer this weekend. The people that love Summer League. The people that like Barbie.
And I don't dismiss that.
No, it's fine.
But not enough of the audience cares about those things.
No, those are niche things. Those are very interesting subjects and stuff like that. It's deep cut stuff. But the average fan is not like, I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about Stephen Curry. I want to hear about Draymond Green.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to get political, but if we walk down the street and I was like, London Breed to someone, they're going to have, opinions, right?
Yes.
One way or the other, right? Because she's the mayor, okay?
Yes.
If I go, your district supervisor, who is it? And they're not going to know. Same thing in sports fans. No, are there a lot of really educated, amazing sports fans? Absolutely. If I go, Sammy Womack, they're going to go, uh-huh. And then I go, Brock Purdy.
Yes.
And then they're like, yeah. And they start talking about Brock Purdy. When we're talking about the Dubs in particular, we're going to talk Steph and Clay and Dre. Yes. And yes, Jordan Poole, who had the 15th most jersey sales last year in the NBA.
Which is wild.
These are the big time mega stars that people have emotional attachments to. Now, I can come in here every day and I can go, hey, Joey, and this is literally what I know some people want us to do. They've won 4 championships. Hell yeah, they have. And I am trying to find a path to analyze and critique how they can get their 5th. But if you want me to just come in here and be like, drafted in 2009, he was the 7th overall pick. He's a 4-time NBA champion, 2-time most valuable player. If you just want me to read off accolades and spin positive all day, they're going to go 82-0 next year. Chris Paul, it's going to be kumbaya. I'm doing you a disservice because I'm not being authentic.
That's the word right there. Authentic. You don't want us to be real or not. Because we can be phony. We can be fake. We can cape up for the organization. You know what? This whole Draymond thing, that's just Draymond being Draymond. It's fine. They've won 4 titles. That's not what we're going to give you. That's not what we do here.
Well, and I don't think we get enough credit.
Brought to you by Golden State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit goldenstatelumber.com. Go ahead.
I just think in general, when the teams are doing well and winning, trust me, we're riding those coattails. When you see us after a Niner victory, Joey, how are me and Bonte?
Oh, you're fired up.
I mean, we're bouncing off the walls.
You're diehards. But what I appreciate about you guys being diehards, Warriors fans, Giants, Niners, all that sort of stuff, you're also realists when it comes to your team and the outside perspective. Like, you have to be able to take an outsider perspective while also covering the team that you love the most.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do. You can't just have this one view mindset when covering a team, because if that's the case, then you're only catering to one type of fan. We're trying to cater it to all types of fans here.
And it's hard at
Very
times.
difficult.
Like, why do you think there are 7,000 different movies about World War II?
Because they're different perspectives.
It's because one of the most impactful things in the history of the world, right?
Yes.
What happened last year with Jordan and Draymond Green
Was not World War II, but go ahead.
No. But what I'm saying, it was extremely impactful, right? It was extremely.
Yes.
Why are we still? And these guys are still talking about, not us, these guys. So every time that they open their mouths and every time that they talk about it, it gets lots and lots and lots of buzz and traction. And so, what are we going to do? We're going to analyze, critique, talk, discuss about those topics because you guys care.
We're going to pick this up on the other side.